everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Tara. I'm also known as Saucy Mouth, and you can find me at my website at www.saucymouth.com. Alright, for today we're making these absolutely gooey brownies. They're going to have, it's a box brownie mix, and we're going to add our special touches, and what I'm calling this recipe is our almond cherry chocolate brownies. And this is going to be absolutely delicious. So let's start with the ingredients. Right here in my mixing bowl, I have my brownie mix, and I've just put it in already. Then I've gone by what the back of the box says for what to include for the ingredients, and mine calls for 2 eggs, and it also calls for a ½ cup of oil, but I like to use applesauce when I'm cooking. It makes things more moist, and it's a little healthy alternative to the oil. But today mine is going to be cinnamon applesauce because I think that it'll add an extra taste to these brownies. Next, we're going to add a 1/3 cup of dried cherries, and we're going to chop those and add those in. Then I have a ½ cup of almonds that we're going to add in also. And then for the extra kicker, we're going to take some almond extract, and that's going to be a ½ teaspoon of the almond extract. So let's get started by adding our ingredients. We're going to start with the eggs. I like to crack mine in an extra bowl because I like to make sure that there's nothing gross in my eggs, and I can scoop the shells out much easier that way. Alright, so my eggs are in. I'm going to put those in. Next, I'm going to take my applesauce and I'm going to put that in. And just another trick, the applesauce, I buy the little containers because one of these containers equals to about ½ cup. So, and that's what I need. Alright, we'll take this over here to the trash. Next, I'm going to take my dried cherries, and I'm going to put them on here. My cherries, you know, cherries are a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to take a rough chop to them on here. So then that way every bite of brownie has some cherries in it. Let's see here. And if you want yours finely chopped, then go ahead and do that, but you know, a rough chop will be good, so then that way everybody can have bites of the cherries. It'll be delicious. Okay, and we're going to add these in. Oops. Okay, next I'm going to add my ½ cup of, I have slivered almonds already. They're slivered, so I'm just going to add those all in here. And then I'm going to add in my ½ teaspoon of almond extract. And I love almond. It just smells so good. So we're going to add that in for an extra kicker in here. And next we're just going to mix everything together. Alright, so I've gotten everything kind of coated, so now I'm going to use my mixer to get the rest of everything well blended. Alright, so my brownie mix is almost ready. I used the mixer, and now I'm just going to kind of go in, scrape the sides down, and get all the things that may not have gotten in the mixer. Oh my goodness, you can smell the almonds, and with the mixing, the cherries are already coming out, their smell, so this is great. Okay, next what I'm going to take is I have an 8x8 inch, my little pan, and I have a silicone one because I like it for baking. It'll be easy. Over. And like I said, this is pre-greased. I've already sprayed it in there. And our oven is already preheated. Mine's at 350. Adjust yours accordingly. And I'm just going to put all of this brownie mix in. And this is such a great idea for like a grown-up party, you know, a little twist on brownies. Or, you know, I like to send this out for people that aren't feeling well or need a little pick-me-up, because this is such a great idea to send to somebody that's an adult, you know. I mean, kids will probably enjoy this too, but this is more of an adult take on brownies. So I'm just going to even everything out. Alright, so next all I need to do is I'm going to put this in my oven, bake it, and mine calls for 40 minutes. If you're going to use a dark pan for a metal pan that's dark, adjust your time. It's probably going to be about a 4 or 5 minute difference on your cooking time, but remember, we're going to check back on it and we're going to put a toothpick in to make sure it comes out nice and clean. We're at 30 minutes right now, and I'm actually going to check because sometimes the box, and when you add things, and I put the applesauce in, so it's going to be, you know, we're going to be working with something that's a little different than what the box is intended for. So we're just going to poke and see, and it comes out absolutely clean. So that's at 30 minutes. So you just want to check. I'm checking every 15 minutes because I just don't want to make, I want to make sure it doesn't burn or anything like that. So let's get this out. It's ready to go, and turn off your oven. Remember to turn it off. Okay everyone, we have let the brownies kind of cool down a little bit. They're still warm, and I kind of like to serve them warm if I can, so I'm going to. I've taken it out of its pan and letting it cool on a cooling rack, and I've just transferred it over to my cutting board. I have my plate, which I'm going to put them on. I have about 15 fresh cherries I have for garnishing, which I think is a really great thing. I have it, I'm serving mine on a white plate with fresh cherries. I have a tablespoon of some confectioner's sugar, which if you don't know what that is, it's also powdered sugar. So I'm going to just kind of spritz that over the top. And I have a pinch of those slivered almonds. So this is if you want to garnish it. If not, go ahead and just eat them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them into 9 pieces, because I like it to be a thick and a good part of a cookie. You can always make yours smaller if you want, but I think 9 is a good amount. So let's, and they don't have to be perfect. And I'm being a little careful with my cut because, you know, I'm serving them, so I want them to look kind of nice. But I'm going to start plating them. And, you know, a brownie's going to crumble. It's not going to be perfect. If you want, you can smash it down. But since these are hot already, I can see that the cherries are a little gooey. Okay. So now that we've got them placed, I know I have a mess right here, but I'm just going to finish them up. Is, you know, we're just going to sprinkle some powdered sugar. You can always add more if you like. The garnishing is up to you, really. I'm just showing you how I'm garnishing mine to serve. You know, if you're giving them to kids, maybe you don't want to garnish them. Or if you're just going to eat them, you don't want to spend the time to garnish. And like I said, you know, just a couple almonds, because when you garnish, you're kind of taking what's in your recipe and showing it on the outside, because the brownies, somebody can look and be like, oh, chocolate brownies, but if they see there's cherries and almonds, it's showing that, hey, I think there's something else in these brownies, so it's gonna show that. So this is really good. Let's see, I'll take this one on top. Let's see. I'm telling you guys, these are absolutely wonderful. I'm sure I have chocolate in my teeth, but I don't care, because I know that when you make these, people are going to be asking you for the recipe. I will hook it up on my vlog and my website, the recipe. I really hope you enjoy these cherry almond brownies, and thank you for watching.